What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. Yeah, I know you guys have seen this post already because it's been trending. It's been talked about all day long, all right? The Chinese poster for The Little Mermaid, okay? And then, of course, you have Ariel right here, front and center with blue skin, okay? Everybody's upset about this. Folks are talking about it. Folks are laughing about it, all right? Because, you know, you went through all of that trouble, all right, to have a black woman play The Little Mermaid, okay? It was important for representation, for the little black girls and brown girls to see themselves and all that kind of stuff. But I guess when they get it over to China, just turn her blue, okay? We don't need to put her out there as a black woman. We're going to have her out there as a blue woman. Everybody's talking about this thing, right? And yeah, this is not new for Disney, okay? Disney is constantly bending over backwards to try to hide black people in their films. You'll remember the poster for The Force Awakens. You got Finn over here, pretty prominent in this, okay? He stands out, one of the bigger heads, okay? Out of all of this massive heads, okay? But then you come over to the Chinese poster and it's like, wait, where the hell is Finn? Is Finn in here? It's like a Where's Waldo photo, right? It's like hidden pictures. You try to find them, like, oh, there we go. Down here, shrunk almost into nothingness, all right, on the Chinese poster, okay? And this is the thing, man. Disney always bends the knee to China, okay? They always got to go through these kind of hoops to get their films over there because they think this will help the film sell better, all right? And especially when it comes to black people, they jump through all of these hoops to try to hide the black people in the films. But I could have told you that before this poster even came out, okay, that the news had already hit the streets about what this film was, okay, and the Chinese wasn't going to go for it, all right, because the Chinese love The Little Mermaid. I mean, the Chinese love The Little Mermaid. I mean, China is pretty much the world's biggest Little Mermaid fan. So much so that they moved the original Copenhagen statue from Denmark, right? They moved it to China for the Shanghai 2010 World Expo. Like I said, China really loves The Little Mermaid. And they don't just love The Little Mermaid, they love mermaids in general. Why so many people in China are becoming mermaids, okay? These people go to mermaid diving school. They put little flippers on their bodies and they become mermaids. They're into mermaid diving. That's something in China. There is a love affair for mermaids. They love them so much, when this weird Chinese mermaid movie came out, it broke box office records. So it's absolutely no shock that the Chinese Disney fans decried the Black Little Mermaid casting. Look at this. This is back in 2019, okay? So this whole fallout with The Little Mermaid, this is 4 years in the making, okay? These cats hated this thing from the very get-go, all right? And they took to social media back then. Netizens object to the politically correct and disrespectful casting of Ariel in an upcoming adaptation of the Disney classic. So it comes as no surprise that The Little Mermaid is poised to flounder as Disney's worst 2023 opening in China. Yeah, this thing ain't making no money at all whatsoever. The Little Mermaid secured a release date in China, but estimates suggest the live-action remake is on track for Disney's worst China opening in 2023. As you can see, this thing has only drummed up 13,000 total after 3 days of pre-sales for the whole May 25 to 28 period. It could be the worst opening ever for a Hollywood tentpole in China, ever, okay? Nothing's ever going to open up as bad as this, according to the current numbers, all right? Going back to this article, in an online poll conducted by Chinese entertainment platform Sina Movie, over 60,000 respondents had signaled their displeasure over singer Halle Bailey playing the mermaid Ariel as of Thursday evening. Remember, this is back in 2019, okay? While only about 5,000 approved for her being tapped for the part. Yeah, I guess these 5,000 folks right here, yeah, that's the people that bought these 13,000 in tickets, all right? I mean, they have hated this thing from the very get-go, okay? Overwhelmingly, all right? And again, as I just showed you, they have a huge mermaid culture out there, okay? They have mermaid school. They go to mermaid diving classes, okay? It's a big cultural phenom over there. So yeah, I could have told you, because I had looked this up like a long time ago. I think actually maybe around the time that this thing came out. And they're like, nah, we not feeling this, okay? We not feeling this. So yeah, y'all can count out all of that money. All of that money that y'all thought y'all was going to get from China Disney, y'all can count all of that out. It's really going to be folks in the United States that are really going to cling to this thing. So you start to wonder, like, how's it doing right now? Critic reviews have started to come out. And so far, sitting at 70%, Disney has to be happy about that, all right? But there are some negative reviews. I'm curious as to how this thing is going to look, because you know what I like to do. Because you got the all critics, right? 70%. That's the all critic. What are the top critics saying? Ooh, 45%. All right. So the top critics are saying, nah, this thing is trash. Okay, this thing is trash. And you have to start to wonder, all right, who are these all critics and what kind of reviews are they leaving? Let's check that out real quick. Here goes some folks. An uneasy mix of carbon copy and superfluous added material presented in live action that looks and feels and is as artificial as Lightning McQueen. It's diverting for an hour and a half until you realize there are 40 minutes of movie left. What did I tell you guys? This thing is entirely too long. Okay, entirely too long. 2 hours and 15 minutes is just bloat. All right. I don't know why they did this. I have no idea. To me, there's no way in the world. If I had a kid, my daughter, who may or may not wanted to have gone and see this when she was young, she's older now, of course, but if she wanted to go and see this and she was a little girl, 5, 6 years old, and I was like, all right, Dad, you know, I really want to go and see this movie. Can you take me? And I saw this runtime, I probably would have been like, yeah, let's find something else to do. Hey, you want to go bowling or something? Let's go play some video games. There's no way in the world I would sit there through 2 hours and 15 minutes. Hell no. The live action version gives more emotional depth to the story, while some of the effects felt a bit shallow. Awkwafina is alone a reason to watch the tale that remains timeless. All right. With her warm screen presence and incredible vocal range, Halle Bailey is easily the standout in what's otherwise yet another bland Disney live-action remake, but at least it's one of the better ones. Okay, I thought that Halle Bailey would stand out, all right? I thought, yeah, you know, people like her singing. She's got a very good voice, so she was going to be the standout, obviously. But look, another 3 out of 5, okay? Just kind of middle-of-the-road type stuff. Even though it's in the positive range, it's a middle-of-the-road kind of review. This guy already says, yeah, it's another bland Disney live-action remake. The remake's main sin is that it's visually confusing, if not altogether aesthetically unappealing. You know, and I've said this. I said this is going to be one of the main problems is the visuals, okay? The aesthetics of this film is going to come off. It looks jarring in the trailers. I don't know how this thing is going to play out. And yeah, this person is absolutely saying it, a top critic. I wouldn't tell anyone not to see this movie. It is all about fan service, and if you are a fan who wants this, you should try it in a theater. But it's not a good movie. Look at this. These cats are saying it's not a good movie, and here's a red tomato. How the hell does that work? Is it a good movie or not? Why are you giving this a red tomato if you're saying it's not a good movie? This is when you got to just stop trusting Rotten Tomatoes. Jesus, man. The Little Mermaid origin lacks room for this more feminist take. It's simply not deep enough. Yeah, again, it's chock full of feminism. We saw that coming. This person gave it a 5 out of 5. The Little Mermaid, Disney's latest live-action remake, is surprisingly good. In fact, it's the best one yet. All right. The Little Mermaid, a beloved 83-minute fairy tale transformed into a strained 135-minute pale imitation where the titular sea nymph doesn't get her Faustian legs until a full hour into the proceedings. Yeah, see, again, 4 out of 10. This is what I'm talking about, man. This 135 minutes, this 2 hours and 15 minutes, it's bloat and it's nonsense, okay? People aren't going for this, okay? The Chinese definitely aren't going for this. I don't know how this thing is going to do right now. Currently, Box Office Pro has it going for the 3-day weekend, 90 to 112 million, okay? And then for the 4-day, 115 to 143, all right? So it's coming out at the right time, okay? Memorial Day weekend is coming up. Lots of people will be checking it out to see this thing. I think that it will do solid numbers on the first weekend. I don't have any question about that, okay? It's the second weekend and the third weekend where this thing is probably going to struggle, okay? We already seen it's going to struggle in the Chinese box office. But if you check right after that, okay, you're going to have a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and then you're going to have Transformers right after that, okay? So these two right here, these two films on the second and third weekends, it's going to be heavy competition for The Little Mermaid, but we'll see how it does. Anyway, folks, what do you think about this? The Chinese box office, we saw that coming from 4 years ago, okay? Nobody was going to be feeling that thing. They got to do all of their money in the States. We'll see how they do, but you guys go ahead, drop down in the comments, give me your thoughts and your opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.